What if healing is not about fixing what is broken, but learning how to live meaningfully inside complexity? So many people are navigating illness, caregiving, work stress, and spiritual question all at once. And the usual answer often feels too small. Welcome to Divine Decode, the space where we explore meaning, healing, and deeper patterns shaping our life. I'm your host, Yusuf, and today I'm joined by Kelly and Kim, a volunteer leaders and advocates supporting people living with ALS and other neuromuscular conditions. Today, along with two of my guests, we'll explore holistic healing and spiritual mindset as a lived lifestyle, not as a concept, not as a promise, but as a practice. And with that, I welcome both of my guests, Kelly and Kim, to the show.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Perfect. What first drew you toward holistic and spiritual approaches to healing in the midst of every real complex health reality? We can start with Kelly.
Um, I can say that I had some dear friends. I was dealing with some significant grief issues after my first husband was killed in the Marine Corps. And they really opened me up to transcendental meditation and how you can calm the anxiety of grief because it can be very debilitating as much at a medical illness. And so I had that door opened many years ago and I was very grateful because it helped. And then fast forward almost 27 years, 28 years ago, or 28 years now, taking the meditation, going in to a much deeper level. Dr. Joe Dispenza, his work is amazing. If anybody is interested in learning, I've gone to some of his events and really learned to take the meditation into a deeper level. And I know from now dealing with this particular, I like to call it a hurdle or a mountain that I'm climbing, the meditation is the key. If I don't stay in a present, calm state, the frustration of losing, your movement through motor neuron issues will be devastating. But when I learned to stay in and keep moving forward, I've, progressively gotten better. And likewise, a lot of the people that I know that have healed from ALS, same thing. Said the mindset is it. Like that's the key. You could do all the other stuff, which are all very important, but learning mindset and learning that calm state of being is huge. And having a good community. That's another really big key. People that understand, people that have the same mindset that this is reversible, this is livable, this is not terminal.
One misconception I hear often is that holistic or spiritual healing means rejecting medical or chasing certainty where none exists. Kim, from your perspective, what do people tend to misunderstand most about this approach?
You know, I think the one that most people completely miss is that the healing, everything comes from within. And uh, at least speaking from an American culture, we tend to be very allopathic and traditional in our medicinal care and healthcare. So we end up giving that power away to whomever's going to diagnose what a situation is, and then we believe it. And then we adhere to that path for a long term. And there's a reason why a lot of people say, "Well, get a second opinion." Uh, well, I agree with getting a second opinion, but I also agree with doing it from within. You have to learn how your body acts and reacts, as well as how it talks to you. And oftentimes, we're totally ignoring the messages from within.
Mm. What I am hearing is that this is not about replacement. It is kind of about relationship with care, with choice and with reality as it is.
Relationship with you, yourself, and I, and moving away from the ego without judgment.
Mm, yeah.
Absolutely.
And why do you think people feel pulled toward oversimplified answers, especially when facing illness, caregiving, or uncertainty?
It's easier. It's the easier path. If you tell me how to feel and heal, then I don't have to think. I don't have to. I call it, and it's not hard work, but it's soul work. You really have to go in it and journey through. Well, a trauma from when I was a child has affected me now. My kids are convinced that the way I grew up is constituted and had weakened my immune system, and that's why I'm where I'm at today. So,
Mm,
having the courage to face all of that is really important too.
But I think it's important to understand your soul contract, your soul's journey. Um, that you may not like it as as an egoic person. I don't like this situation, but it serves a purpose. Not only for you, but for your family, your inner circle, as well as your community.
yeah. And there's something deeply human about wanting clarity.
Yeah.
We are naturally drawn towards it. Yeah.
Ugh. We're always looking for answers. But oftentimes those answers come from within. And honestly, I talked to Kelly a lot about my personal situations, and she said, "You really need to go within, Kim. Stop looking without." And it's true. I can't depend on my outer insight. I need to look for my inner insight and trust it.
I mean, I was told after I hit my head and all this challenge came about, that it was to push me into change, push me into being a voice for the voiceless. I didn't know what that meant. I do now, but I didn't at the time. That was 4 years ago. So, uh, events happen in your life with purpose and meaning, and coming in time with acceptance is huge.
Mm, yeah.
Not
In your work,
it's easy, but it's worth the ride. It's worth the challenge.
yeah. And in your work with patients and caregivers, how does this tension actually show up day to day, emotionally, spiritually, or practically?
Ooh, yeah. You're going to get it from both perspectives. Yeah. So I provide care and support for Kelly. In addition to, we do business together. You'll hear my perspective and then hers. So as a caregiver, I always want to help and support what you need. And oftentimes you end up supporting their ideal. Um, so outside of Kelly, I've had many people who say, I just accept and embrace my situation instead of searching within and seeing that there is another path or there's more happiness or joy, gratitude in this situation and in the now. So that can become very difficult from a caregiver's perspective, whether that's someone who's paid to provide the care or family providing the care.
Well, I can tell you that when you feel safe and cared for and that your immediate needs are met, because I need everything, um, healing can happen. If you're in a very traumatic situation and you can't get your body to that rest and digest, that calm nervous system, it's difficult to get the body to get back on track, build up your immune system. So having a real important, secure team that's supportive, and I have that. I have my husband, my son takes care of me, and then Kim. It's made all the difference in the world. And those who have worked with me over the last 2 years will say that I have made significant improvements because I'm in that state of support and, safe. I like to say it's safe.
Mm. That highlight how healing is not isolated. It is embedded in system, communities, responsibilities, and emotional labor that we uh, manage with each other.
Yes, exactly. And it's a choice, you know. And I, for the first year or so after the accident, I said, "Oh, I can fix this. I'm healthy, I'm strong. I have 4 degrees. I scuba dive. I hike or ski." I did all that. Like, that's the life I lived. And I'll tell you, a lot of people I met that suffer like I do were AAA personalities. And so I've learned by going in that we have expanded and overused our adrenal system, and our cortisol levels have just constantly stayed in that high intensity, high doing lifestyle. And now, boy, lesson learned. They take all of that away, so you can't be in that lifespan. Um, you have to trust what's in and really move through a whole different cycle of life. It's in a way, it's enlightening. In a way, it's really embracing. At the same time, it's traumatic. And yeah, I miss having an active life, not a sedentary life. But I learned a lot in the last couple of years.
Yeah. Or someone who is listening right now and want to cultivate a more holistic, spirituality grounded lifestyle without, bypassing reality. What are the ways that tend to help the most? Kim, can you start with the answer?
Oh, I think a big part of that is recognizing um, that Mother Earth has provided so much of what we need to heal. And once we embrace that and understand how to work synergistically with plant based medicines, with frequencies, with energy, that that's, that's what we're made of. So why don't you go back to the basics? Um, that's the biggest takeaway I have for others, in my experience in caring for others, when they embrace the traditional or allopathic, diagnosis and prognosis, oftentimes, they're in complete surrender in terms of, "Well, I'm just gonna take these pills and whatever happens, happens." And there's a lot more that happens after you take pills. Uh there's a lot of healing that goes within this, and that's when we have to go within and understand energy frequencies and how the body works, to heal itself.
Hmm. Kelly, is there anything that you want to add?
Yeah, no, I second everything that she says. Her and I are never knew each other. We are from the same region of this country in the Midwest, but we align always. It's amazing. And I did. I went within and I said, if you want me to be one of those, to be the voice for the voiceless, because many people with ALS cannot speak. They they have to move through eye gaze. Then I need a team, and I need the people present to walk me through this journey. And there she is. There she pops in.
Wow. When setbacks happen, flare flare ups, emotional exhaustion, system failures, I want to know how can people stay spiritually grounded without slipping into self blame or despair.
Victimhood. I believe you have to embrace every emotion as it comes. The days that I absolutely can't stop crying, they come and they go. And the thing is that I know that they will go is what's important. Because if I don't express the sheer depression of being isolated, I'm extraordinarily social person. I was the one being the caregiver for everybody. I helped raise my siblings. I helped my mother because my parents were divorced, all of that. So for me to flip the switch and go, I'm the one who needs it. I have to embrace that need and that just to exist is important. But it's okay when I have a bad, and I don't even like to call them days. They used to be a long, I would have a couple of days in a row that would be pretty dark. I don't have them anymore. I'll have a couple of hours. Maybe I'll wake up, if I have some kind of pain or something. But other than that, I feel that I just let it bubble out. The energy moves because I know it's all energy, right? It's frequency.
Yeah.
If I can keep myself in a higher frequency, this goes away. This is an altered state of consciousness. This is not where a body needs to be. Body is always in stasis. It's always healed, like it's in perfection. So I just have to stay in that. But if I don't allow that pain and trauma to dissipate, then I'm fighting. And once again, I'm in an ego state trying to control it. It's not always roses, right? Nobody's life is roses. Everybody has something.
Kellie's been a tremendous teacher to me since we've been together. So what we can learn from each other is absolutely amazing, but it's the support that we do receive from each other. She's been amazing for me.
Yeah, I can see that you guys have a kind of bond that is very rare to find nowadays.
Yeah.
Definitely. We said it from the beginning. Wow, the quantum universe really brought us together.
Uh, for listeners who want to learn more about your work or want to connect with you, where can they find you?
Well, we have a podcast that's starting on YouTube. It's under the Pipeline Strategies channel. And the podcast is Thrive Collective. And that's where we talk about energy and meditation, frequency, different modalities, um, to living a more sustainable life. Uh, but also, Kelly and I have a dedicated series called Healing Through the Quantum. And so you can get a hold of us. You can see us on Healing Through the Quantum on our podcast, as well as you can always get a hold of us through the Pipeline Strategies on social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. Uh, But also, you can get a hold of us too at the email jumpinto at thepipelinestrategies.com.
Perfect. And to everyone listening, all these links are in the show notes, so just go and check that out.
But there's also, you can find out a lot about Kellie's activities through healingals.org. She's a volunteer at that organization, and they have amazing things going on, such as a study that's happening right now.
We just released a 1,000-person study that anybody working at Healing ALS will document monthly what they're doing because we're all doing. So, number one, this particular illness, I have a medical background. So, illnesses tend to mirror each other. This one does not. Everybody has something different. I haven't met one other, I like to call survivors because, I should have been gone a long time ago, as they said. We have different symptoms. And so we're doing different things to alleviate those symptoms, detoxing, etc. And I've learned a lot through the 47 steps through Healing ALS. And that's why they wanted to open a study, which is IRB certified. So it's federally recognized. We'll be writing white papers about the results. So we can hopefully streamline some of the things that I'm doing, some of the things that other people are doing that are actually helping. That data now with, the help of AI, we can crunch that data very easily. We just have to get people involved in filling out the registry and participating because we can be the solution rather than, other means of drug trials and all that.
Yeah. I want to know this from both of you. What is the last message that you want to leave us with?
Oh boy. The first word that came to my mind is hope. Everyone should have hope. Once your energy and intention focus on hope, like you've already taken a new direction, a new path. So you just keep growing from that path of hope. How about you?
I would say taking your existence, your life into your own hands and trusting you first. Um, allowing others to share their insights on your journey, but truly it's
Mm.
you. If you can trust your gut, trust your instincts, however that comes to you, listen intently, everything is possible. There isn't any, and having that true grit and determination is probably a big piece of it. My PT always laughs at, what are you going to try to come up with now? And I'm like, you'd be amazed. I'm going to keep coming.
I thank you both of you for joining us on Divine Decode.
Thank you for having us and letting us tell their story.
We appreciate it.
And to everyone listening, if today's conversation resonated, take a moment to sit with that healing and find out what healing means for you beyond fixes, beyond fear. True holistic healing is not about certainty, it is about presence, agency, and honoring the full complexity of being human. We'll be here again, continuing the dialogue. Until then, stay curious, stay gentle, and stay connected.